Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Slice with Shonen. I'm your host, The Cloudy Crow, and today we'll be reacting to Vinland Saga episode 8. Now in the last episode, we followed Askeladd and his crew, along with Thorfinn, and they went on another mission. They knew that these two armies were fighting. This one army was trying to invade another army's territory and reap their rewards and pretty much just take over their land. So Askeladd came up, they sent Thorfinn with a mission to try to negotiate with them and be like, you know what, we'll help you out for a cut of the payoff that we all will be reaping at the end of this. And so the king agreed, he let them in, and then they went straight into battle. Now Thorfinn, this whole time, I thought he was actually starting to enjoy being a part of Askeladd's crew, but we still know that he wants Askeladd's head. Like, he came up to Askeladd and he was like, I'm ready now, we're gonna duel. And he said, alright, if you want to duel, if you want this duel to happen, then you have to prove to me that you deserve a duel. So I want you to take the captain's head, or just, he said take someone's head. And so Thorfinn went in and he went straight for the captain's head. As soon as he found out who the captain was, he went for his neck, took his head, jumped into the little moat for it, grabbed it out, and then gave it to Askeladd. Now Askeladd, this whole time, he went in with his crew. They pretty much rushed into that territory before the king and his army could get there. So they went in, they wiped everyone, and then they took the rewards. So then once the king actually made it, he was like, easy peasy boys. And then he goes into the treasury and it's empty. And as soon as he walks out, it's Askeladd and his boys decked out in all this bling. There's gold everywhere. And he's like, hey, yo, thanks, man, we're out of here. And so he leaves. The king, of course, chases him out. But at the end, Thorfinn climbs onto the boat, slams the head down in front of him, and he's like, Askeladd, it's time. And so he challenged him to a duel. Askeladd accepted the duel, but they were too busy running away to really duel at that moment, so hopefully they can get into it in this episode. So if you guys are excited, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts on the episode down below, and subscribe for more Slice Shonen content. And with that all out of the way, let's get right into this episode. Alright, so this is the part of the episode where you guys will be grabbing your source videos. If you do not have one already, have no fear. I will have one linked for you in the description, so all you have to do is click the link, bring up the video, and get ready to sync it with me, because we'll be starting episode 8 in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, here it is. Hopefully the duel we've all been waiting for, because we know Thorfinn's been waiting for this. He's trained, honed his skills, and now he's ready. He's ready to finally take his head. Alright, we got a shepherd and his sheep. Here's Askeladd and his crew. At least I think. Oh, they know Askeladd too. So maybe this is his homeland. He finally made it back to the village. They've been gone for a year? Dang. Hey. It is cool to see that they have people back home supporting them, though. And look, Thorfinn's just sharpening his blade. Like, hurry it up, old man. Ooh. Okay, so I'm just gonna guess and try to get inside of Thorfinn's head, but I think right there, he was kind of thinking, like, Askeladd's a bit too confident for this duel that's about to happen. Like, he's so carefree, and he's talking to everyone like, hey, we're gonna enjoy the long winter, you guys deserved it, we've got a ton of rewards, we've been eating good out here, and so now it's time for us to relax after all this whole year of fighting and living on the seas. And Thorfinn's just like, what makes you think you're gonna survive this? What makes you think you're gonna have a long winter? Me and you were supposed to duel after this, so if I'm correct, that means your head is mine now. So I think that's just my guess of what Thorfinn was thinking right there, because he didn't seem to be too happy with how carefree askeladd was. But I just I kind of touched on this last episode, but I really am interested in seeing if he does beat askeladd here. Where does he go from here? Does he continue down this path of bloodshed, like working his way up the ranks to get to that king we saw just a second ago? Because I'm sure he's the one that told those guys to hire askeladd and his army to take out Thor's. So is he going to work his way up and continue down this path of bloodshed, or is he going to be satisfied with askeladd's death and kind of go back to living with his family? Feudal Lord Gorm. Dang, man, they really got the big haul back there. Hey, askeladd's like their hero. Dang, out of my way. You clowns aren't getting between me and my fight. Dang. Wow. Way to kill the mood, Thorfinn. Come on, man. Everybody's partying. Oh, snap. Dang, the girls are lined up. Whoa, what the? What? Dang, that girl is beefy. And that chin is strong. And he's got them some jewels. Oh, so they're all a bunch of gold diggers. Nah, but they probably are serious about, like, getting with askeladd. I'm sure any of them would be happy. Uncle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have plenty of wealth to afford all that food and stuff now. Is he counting the money for them? Hordaland? She kind of reminds me of Thor's wife, like at least her face. Ah, dang. Is that Thorfinn? Dang. You can make use of anyone with the right approach. He's talking about Thorfinn here. Oh no. Dude, I wonder how much of a chance does Thorfinn really stand? Because last time he kind of got wiped. But he's been training, so now it's time. Let's go. All right. Ooh, okay. Okay. Askeladd has more money though. Like, dang, looks don't even matter. It's about how much you can provide. Which, I mean, at this time, of course, makes sense. You can be as good looking as you want, but if you're homeless, nobody's gonna want that. And that's just the honest truth. He's not here to answer your dumb questions. Ooh! Get him, Thorfinn! This is what he's been waiting for. Screw all the gold, all the partying. He's wanted to fight this whole time. But dang, that knocked him far. Thorfinn jumped. He's stronger now. Oh man. It seems like he's picked up on a few tricks. Oh! He disarmed him. Oh, Thorfinn is fast. And askeladd didn't really have an option, because it was either keep the sword and lose your fingers, or toss the sword aside. Oh man. This is getting real right now. The disrespect. You know dang well what his name is, man. He's just trying to get under his skin. Yep. Here comes the mind games. Ah, man. Oh no. See, your mental is everything in a fight, and he's getting Thorfinn riled up. So now he's gonna be making rash decisions. And there you go. There you go. Oh, I hit my hand on the table. But there you go, man. He got inside of his head and now he lost. Man, askeladd just has the battle experience. Ah! Dang, did he dislocate his arm? Dang. And to think, that Thorfinn probably had the skill to keep up with him and maybe even beat him, but because he got caught up in his emotions, he wasn't thinking with a sound mind, and so he ran in there. Askeladd predicted it and beat him. But dang, man, they're eating good out here. They're eating like champions right now. Oh, wow, I had no idea. I love how laid back these guys are. This really seems like, if you lived in this village and you were a part of Askeladd's crew, it really seems like you guys are living the dream. Yep. He'd never do that. He has too much honor. And Askeladd knew just where to hit him. Hey, tell that to her. Well, no, don't tell that to her. But, like, I'm sure she's feeling the same way. Ah, dude. These times were so messed up, man. Gosh. I don't know, man. I'd hate to believe that, like, I don't know. I feel like there's some people out there that would argue, like, man, if you lived in these times, like, you'd be doing the same thing. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm not living in that time that I feel this way, but I don't think I could be that heartless to, like, beat people like that. Oh, man. Hmm. What? Oh, did she bring out some food for him? I wonder. feel so bad for her. Wow. And it probably is like that in most places. The only place that really wasn't was Thorfinn's home. Yup. And they went right back to the flashback. There is one place. Vinland. Oh man. It's warm and fertile. Wow. Dang, man. This is cool. Who is that? Vicinity of Yelling? Denmark? Yams Vikings. Oh, these are the guys that started everything, man. And this guy's the worst of all of them. Or maybe he is. Canute. Ragnar. Oh man. I'm sure these are two completely different characters, but I don't know. I think that reminded me of Skyrim a bit. Ragnar the Red. Now I don't know if they're based off of the same person, but I've only heard that name one other time. Who is that? It looks like they're setting sail. Gainsborough. That sounds familiar. I feel like I may have heard of this in my world history class, but it's been so long, I have no idea. Londinium? London! And there we go. London, England, the capital. And they're duking it out already. Oh my! Ah! What? His arm! These dudes are nuts! Oh my gosh. He throws one axe and incapacitates like 4 people. This dude is an animal. Holy, I was not ready for that. I thought he was gonna throw that and maybe take off someone's head, which is already kind of like, holy. But 4 people? Oh my gosh. Alright, so that was the end of Vinland Saga episode 8. In my opinion, this series is only getting better and better with every episode. It's like a fine wine. It only gets better with time. And so, I'm really enjoying it. Seeing Thorfinn fight off against Askeladd, I think it's good that Askeladd beat him again, because that shows that Thorfinn still has a lot to learn, and that's a really valuable lesson that he learned right there, not getting overwhelmed with his emotions in the middle of a fight. That is so huge in pretty much anything competitive. Anything competitive that requires a lot of concentration and focus, getting stuck in your own brain, caught up in your emotions, you'll lose every time. I mean, fun fact about me, back in my hometown, I used to play in competitive tournaments for Smash Brothers, Smash 4. I used to play competitive games, and that's like a huge thing even in fighting games. You have to have like a solid mind. You have to be able to think in tense situations, because if you crack under the pressure, then it's just gonna go downhill from there. So it was cool seeing him learn this lesson, because if he would have beat Askeladd and never learned that lesson, he probably would have fell to it to someone else that wouldn't have let him live after making that mistake. So I think it was cool that he learned this. I also like this relationship that's kind of building up between the slave girl. It was her name was like Horda something, but her and Thorfinn, seeing how they kind of have some similarities, seeing how she reminded him of his past, and I feel like her talking about there being a place out there that she can run out to, that reminded him of the peaceful land that he lived in, the life that he lived before all of this war and bloodshed, which I think was key in Thorfinn's development, character development. So my question for you guys is going to be, now we don't really have any solid information, we have no definite proof to show who would have won that fight, but who do you think has the most skill, like when it comes to just sheer combat? Do you think that Thorfinn could have won that 1v1, or do you think that Askeladd is still way ahead of him? Let me know your thoughts, because I personally think that Thorfinn could have won. I think that Thorfinn definitely had the speed, he had the like strategies with going for his fingers and disarming him. But Askeladd's still smart, he has that battle experience, and he won because he was able to exploit Thorfinn's weaknesses. So, who do you think would have won if that never happened? Let me know in the comment section down below. But if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts on the episode down below, and subscribe for more SoS Shonen content. And with that, I'm going to head out, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one.